guys, it's Anya, otherwise known as Pink Sweets here on YouTube, and today we are diving into the Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina Collection Volume 1. I'm so excited about this. So this is the first palette of this size for Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I believe the first palette in this kind of packaging. It's like a hard plastic. Let me set my brush down. So this is a pro pigment palette. It means that some of the shades in this palette are not deemed as eye safe in the United States. They are in other countries. This has a mirror that stands alone like this, which most mirrors that I show you guys do not. And it is $60. So it has 25 shades, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 25 shades, and this is what she looks like on the inside. Absolutely gorgeous. This is the first eyeshadow purchase that I've made from a larger brand in a really long time. I wasn't originally going to get it, kept seeing the photos, decided I needed it, even though I probably didn't. But normally I buy my eyeshadows from indie brands rather than the larger brands, but I decided it was beautiful, and I don't own the Alyssa Edwards palette. I don't own the Riviera palette. I don't own the Norvina palette and the original, and these shades remind me of all those palettes kind of combined into one. The only two palettes I own from Anastasia are the Modern Renaissance, the Prism, and the Subculture. So I did already prime my eyelids. I thought I was recording and I wasn't, but this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow primer. They actually sent me a mini with my palette, so I'm gonna get a chance to try that. I was saying when I thought it was recording that it kind of just reminds me of concealer, not really an eyeshadow primer, I guess. I mean, it does a good job of canceling out the eyelids, considering my eyelids were stained a little bit pink, so it does a good job at that. But it pretty much, I don't know, it's almost kind of dried down a little bit, so I don't know if I'll like that, but we're gonna see today. So I'm gonna take my Luxie little blending brush, and I guess we're gonna give it a shot. I'm so excited. I have no idea what kind of eye look I want to do, like none. I think I'm gonna go into, okay, so they all have names like A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, and then B, and then C, and then D, and then E. So I'm just gonna go for it. Okay, so we're gonna go into A2, which is whoa, this shade right here. I'm probably gonna use this shade, maybe this shade, maybe this shade. I don't know, we'll see. But I definitely want to do pinks and purples for this first look, and I will definitely be doing more looks with it. But I just thought, bless you, Sophie. Bless you, Sophie. Why is dog sneezing so adorable to me? So I just thought that I would start out with a purple look, and then we'll see where it goes from there. I definitely have a feeling these are going to have fallout because, well, A, most Anastasia shadows that I've tried do, but B, it's a pro pigment palette. So it just has to be worked with a little bit differently than, I don't know, part of me wants to do an all purple and pink look, and then part of me wants to just go crazy and do all kinds of crazy colors. Now I can't decide. And I probably should have decided that before I put the purple all the way across my lid, huh? Well, that's okay. No, I think I'm gonna stick to my first plan. And then we'll do other looks. I mean, it doesn't mean I can't incorporate like a shimmer that's a different color, but I'm definitely gonna do more looks with this. I might do a 3 looks 1 palette. I might use it on a Makeup Monday, or Makeup Monday, what is that? I don't do that on my channel, Makeup Monday. Midnight makeup, there we go. So this is really, really pigmented. Like, they are not messing around here. I'm so happy that I ordered this. And the Anastasia website does have Afterpay. I don't know, for some people I know that matters. So it retails for $60, and you could use, there was a coupon code. I think I used Trend Mood. If you're ever on a makeup website, try the code Trend Mood in all caps, because it almost always works and gives you a discount. Okay, I'm gonna go into the shade A5, which is this one right here. It's beautiful. It looks, on camera, it looks like a very hot pink, and in person, it looks like a hot pink red. So I'm excited. I mean, it's definitely like a pinky red. So I'm just gonna kind of go just along the top. And yeah, just like any Anastasia palette, it has fallout, but I also swirl my brush in there and don't really knock off any of the pigment, because that's how I like to apply my shadow. So I just watched a video today that was Jeffree Star and Mama Mitchell and Lipstick Nick. That was fun to watch. They each did half of Jeffree Star's face, and it was so fun. They used the new Mama Mitchell and Beauty Bay palette coming out, and then they also used the new Jeffree Star Morphe palette, which, by the way, I wanted to update you guys on something related to that. So I still have the palette, and I'm keeping that, but I am returning my setting spray. The setting spray to me smells like a strawberry car air freshener, and I just don't like it. And that's saying a lot in my opinion, because I love scented makeup, but I don't know, I just don't love the smell. Like, I can't deal with it. So it gave me a headache, it made my face sticky, and I just was not the biggest fan of it. So, and I'm also a Jeffree Star collector, so for me to be like, yeah, I don't need to just have that sitting on the shelf, I don't know, that says a lot. So I'm returning both of them. Okay, there we go. So now I look crazy. Okay, so I'm gonna do glitter glue. I'm not gonna do a cut crease for my first look. I am gonna just take glitter glue and put it on my lid. Although, should I have put a color on the outer? Probably. Okay, scratch that. Even though I already had glitter glue on my hand, I'm gonna go into D4. It's so weird saying, and this one right here, the royal blue. It just feels weird saying like D4. It's like the DMV, which everyone has. Yeah, everyone has the DMV, right? The Department of Motor Vehicles. Well, anyhow, it's like, now serving D475 at window number 10. You guys know what I'm talking about. It's terrible. But that is what the names of these eyeshadows remind me of. So these shades are really, really pigmented right off the bat. Like, you don't need a lot of them. You don't need to, you know, build it up. You can just go in, dip in once if you want. I tend to dip in twice just because I like layering it. But my goodness, they are pigmented. And I love it. I can't wait to hear what other people think. So far, everyone who, I think I've watched 2 videos on it. I watched one smaller channel, and then I watched one, I think I watched Rocio maybe? I don't remember. But I watched 2 different people use it, and everyone seems to like it so far. So I'm glad it's not a subculture situation when people were going crazy over that, over an eyeshadow palette, which I now own the Subculture palette because I got it from TJ Maxx, and I actually like it. So I don't know. I think it depends on what you're used to working with, because that's also a pro pigment palette, or it has pigments in it, pro pigments or pressed pigments. There we go. And I really think that pressed pigments can be difficult to work with if you don't know that it's a pressed pigment, or you don't know how to work with a pressed pigment. There's a learning curve. That's what I'm trying to say. And I've been working with pigments ever since I started makeup. I've also been working with like loose pigments. I'm just cleaning this up a little so it doesn't look as crazy. And my favorite makeup brand used to be MAC, and they have loose pigments. And I used to, well, not used to, I still own every shade of pigment that they ever made, like loose pigment. So that was my favorite thing to work with. And then I have all the sugar pill pigments as well. So I like working with pigments. I prefer working with pigments a lot of the time over working with eyeshadows. So, okay, so I think I really want to use D2 at window number 10. This one right here. It's like a purple, but with like a pink duochrome shift. So we're gonna use this one. And I'm just gonna put this one right here. Oh, that's so beautiful. Oh, I love that. Now this is one of the shades that reminds me of the blue in the Riviera palette in terms of color. I don't know if it performs the same, because I don't think that the Riviera palette is a pressed pigment palette, but this is stunning. Yeah, I can't remember the last palette that I bought from like a larger makeup brand. I mean, unless you consider Morphe, but they're technically an indie brand. And I don't know. I used to buy from MAC. I used to buy from Urban Decay. I used to buy from Kat Von D. I used to buy from all kinds of brands. So now I want to go into the pink, I think. So we're going to go into B3 at window number 5. And then maybe I'll even do the yellow one, because I think that'll be pretty. Oh, these shimmers are so beautiful. This reminds me of the pink that's in the Norvina original palette. Golly, so pretty. I think Brie just messaged me. Hi, Brie. Her channel is PurplePinkRed. I'll link her up here. I'm just kind of patting, kind of swiping, but that is so beautiful. And I feel like all of the shimmers have a little bit of like a duochrome effect to them. Okay, now I'm going into C2 at window number 7. Is that getting old? I think it's funny. Ooh, that's beautiful. This looks like candy on my eyes, doesn't it? I'll probably put this one into my inner corner as well, although there's a really pretty baby pink shimmer that I could have used as well. So we'll see. That's my new eyeshadow dance. Okay, so let me go do my base off camera and I will be right back. I just want to show you really quick that this is what my palette looks like. So not a lot of kick up. I mean, a little bit, but not a lot. So I'll be right back. Okay, so we are back. So I used B1 as my blush, and it's a bit intense, but I like it. Also, I wanted to mention really quickly that the reason that the eyeshadows are not deemed as eye safe in the US is not because they're going to blind you or because they're dangerous. It's because they could stain your eyelids. So I just wanted to mention that because I know that some people are, particular about not using stuff that says it's not eye safe, and like, for instance, glitter and stuff like that. But honestly, like, well, I don't know. I think to each his own, and I think that as long as you are explaining or giving a disclaimer that you're choosing to do that, even though, the rules are XYZ or the recommendation is XYZ, then I think it's okay. What I'm saying is I'm a rebel. And sometimes not so smart, but I have put pigments on my eyes for years and haven't had an issue, so knock on wood. Okay, so I chose to put the shimmery blue, like with the pink sparkle, D2, is it? Yes, on my lower lash line. And then we're going to go into A1, which is, this is hard to hold up though. This one right here. And it is a very shimmery, well, okay, it's not that shimmery, but it's like it has like a sheen. It's like a pinkish purple sheen. And we're going to put that in the very inner corner. That's cute. It's not as sparkly as I would have liked it to be, but it's cute. We're gonna amp that up with something, I'm pretty sure. And I have 0 brow bone space because I've gone all the way up to my brows, which is the way I like it, but I'm just going to run that at the very tippy top. And as I always say, if you do not like to go all the way up to your brows, just take it down lower. I personally like it too. I don't know. I just like crazy, wild, all the way up to my brow bone looks. Okay, so I think I am going to take the shade Prance from ColourPop. This is the baby blue shade. And I'm just going to run that in the waterline. It's kind of like a periwinkle shade. Speaking of periwinkle, or speaking of colors in general, I'm going to be coloring my hair. And I can't decide if I want to go all blue one last time before I get rid of the blue, because for the fall I will probably get rid of the blue, but I haven't decided. Or if I want to do, the other choice is like I don't know, like a bright red burgundy type of shade. Ooh, my eyes went wonky. With like a hot pink or some kind of pink on the bottom. So those are my choices, but whichever one I don't do now, I will do later anyway. So, okay. So for mascara, I have a new mascara that I want to try, and it is the Milani mascara, the highly rated mascara, 10-in-1 volume mascara. So what does 10-in-1 mean? I don't know. It doesn't tell you the 10 things that it does. Interesting. It says 10-in-1, but it doesn't tell you what those 10 things are. What I love about it though is that it has stars on the packaging. That is really what sold me. So, it has this kind of wand. Just has a faint coconut smell, sort of. I've heard that people love this formula. Maybe this is one of these that I will like over time, but it seems very dry. Or maybe mine is just dried out, but it shouldn't be. It's brand new. It's a new. I just took it out of the box, and it's gonna go back in the box because it's gonna go back to the store. I don't like it. I'm sorry, guys. All right. I'm actually not even going to finish with this. I'm going to go into something different, maybe. Do I have anything different? Yes. I have my Bad Gal Bang. So this is what that did, which is hardly anything. And now I'm going to use my Bad Gal Bang. because I don't know, it's just a very dry formula, or at least mine is dried out. Now, I have had issues at this specific CVS before where the products that I get are not fresh, or they seem kind of dried out. So I don't know if that's, I don't know. But I know that it's, I thought it was a new mascara, like a new kind of mascara. And that is now, this is without, this is with the Bad Gal Bang. So, yeah, just not for me. And it, you know, this, I mean, the Bad Gal Bang full size, I think, is like $22, $25. And the Milani one is, I'm not saying you should buy a $25 mascara, but there are, like, the Volumazing one that I liked from Revlon, that one is like $8 or $9. The Milani one was like $13.99, which I'm sure you can get it cheaper at some places by $1 or $2, but overall it's one of the more expensive drugstore mascaras, so I don't know. Okay, so now we are highlighter and lips. I have a new highlighter. I needed a new highlighter like a hole in the head, but I got the Fenty highlighter in What a Brat. I've been wanting this since I saw it, and I don't own any of these. Like, I own the How Many Carats, which comes in the other packaging, but I don't own any of the ones in this packaging. And I swatched it in the store. Now, if you don't like a glittery highlighter, you will not like this. It is a beautiful baby pink, and it is very, like, sparkly, glittery goodness. I love it. I love sparkly, glittery highlighters. I'm going to use my Dewy set from Anastasia. I was trying to pull out as many Anastasia products as I have, and that would be like none. Oh no, I could have used my Anastasia contour kit. Oh, I forgot that I own that. This blush is intense. I'm just trying to calm it down a bit. In doing so, I don't know what I just dropped. The mascara I'm going to return. Okay, so I'm gonna take my Sigma F something, F03. Yes. Oh, I don't know. It's, I mean, it could even be like a blush topper because it is very pink, but I eventually would like to own all of the Fenty highlighters. I just think they're awesome. And this was the one that spoke to me the most first. But it, like I said, it is kind of pinky. So maybe I'll use it more as a blush topper than as a highlighter. Or I could even take, let's do that. I'm going to take my Anya highlighter from Classy Cake. Wow, okay. Check out Classy Cake being brighter than Fenty. That's crazy. I thought Fenty was glittery and bright. I mean, Classy Cake isn't glittery, but it's more blinding. Actually, we're going to put some of that into this is my Classy Cake highlighter palette. It's a mess because I use it all the time, but this is the shade Anya right here, named after me. And I'm just going to take a little bit of that and put it in the inner corner, since that Norvina shade was not, yeah, there we go, was not as bright as what I wanted. Okay, perfect. Okay, one more setting spray, just because I swear I'm addicted to spraying setting spray. And I spray it all throughout the day. Like, I enjoy, I'll walk by my dresser and just be like, psh, 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 psh. So I'm going to use a bullet lipstick today. It is from MAC, and it is called Love Mate. And it is gorgeous. I was like, you know, I have a lot of MAC lipsticks, and I am not using them like I should. And since Debbie and I are doing our lipstick challenging giveaway, and I always take the top layer off, or like the, you know, I wipe it down before I use it if I haven't used it in a while, just so that it's clean. Okay, let me grab one thing and I'll be right back. Okay, I had to go grab my box. So this is the box for my lipstick challenging giveaway. If you don't know, I just dropped one. If you don't know what that is, all the information will be linked down below. So I'm going to now put this in here, and it's getting ready to be time to put it in a new container because it's getting very, very full. But I am nowhere near having gone through all my shades. So all right, so that is that. So this is my first look with the Norvina palette. I think it turned out really pretty. I love it. I feel like it blends itself, and I had the least amount of fallout out of, I mean, you guys can attest to that. Like, I usually create some fallout, and I had a little bit. I mean, I did have some. I always have fallout, but in terms of the shades, like, I didn't have anywhere near as much fallout as I normally do, and this is what the palette looks like. So there's a little bit of dust kick up, but for the most part, no. I really love this. I can't wait to do like a hot orange look with like pink. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm really, really happy that I got this. I think it is a beautiful palette. I think they did a beautiful job with it. I have to say, I honestly am surprised that it's only $60. And I know that a lot of people are going to be like, oh, $60, it's a lot of money. And it is a lot of money. But their normal palettes, which only have, what, 10 shades or 14 shades, they're $42. So I'm surprised that they didn't hike up the price more. Like, I don't necessarily think their palettes that are 42 should be 42, but I'm saying, like, I'm surprised, given that they are 42, that this is only $18 more for twice the amount of eyeshadows, and the pan sizes are much larger. So I don't know, but I definitely would recommend it if this is something that you want to add to your collection. Nobody needs anything when it comes to makeup. It's all choice, preference, and, you know, what you can afford, what you want. And if you can afford to get it, if it's something that, I mean, did I need this in my makeup collection? Probably not. Am I glad that I have it in my makeup collection? Very much so. So it's kind of, I mean, I definitely would recommend it if this is the kind of palette that you're looking for or in the market for. So I love you guys so, so much. Let me know if you want to see more looks with this, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.